Just this week, I received 3 calls complaining about the same thing. I'm going to talk about that and the latest home prices and insights for the Peel and Durham region for week ending April 26, 2023. So I'm saying just this week I received those 3 calls, but it seems I receive these types of calls every single week. And the call I get is that someone's complaining to me about how their realtor is putting pressure on them to do something. Now, it could be, for example, if you're selling, they're saying, the realtor keeps putting pressure on me to accept almost every offer that comes in. Or if you're buying, the realtor's putting pressure on me to put an offer on, it seems every time we go out, on one of the houses they want me to put an offer in, or to buy something we don't want to buy, or just whatever it is. It's pressure, pressure, pressure. Let me tell you how I see it. The realtor's role is that of a consultant. And if you hire a consultant in any field, well, their job is to consult. You're hiring that person based on their experience, their knowledge, to consult you and to, in a sense, give you the pros and cons of whatever the scenario may be. But let's not be naive. Who's in charge here? You're the one who's going to be signing the mortgage documents, not the realtor. You're the one who's going to be making the monthly payments, not the realtor. You're the one who's buying for $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, not the realtor. You're the one that has everything in their name, that has all the responsibility. You're the one in charge. Realtor's job is to consult. That's it. Now, I don't always see eye to eye with my clients on every decision they make, but I'm not naive. I know that they're in charge. We might be looking at a property in this neighborhood, and then all of a sudden, they want to see one way out here. So I'll remind them. I'll say, look, pros and cons, out here, you're going to get way more house for the same amount of money, but you're an hour's commute from the city where we were looking. But those are the pros and cons. Now, if the client says, we understand, we only go in once a week or to work or whatever the case may be, we're okay with that, then who am I to argue with their decision? My job as a consultant is to tell them the pros and cons, to advise. But then I'm going to do everything in my power to hit their goals and to make sure that if that's what they want to buy out there, to help them do it in the best possible way. So you're in charge. Now, you're going to do everything you can off the bat to hire the right realtor / consultant. And as you start working, their true colors come out. And the interview process was, quite good. But then as you start working with the realtor, it's like, hey, wait a minute. They're not acting in a way that we like. They're putting way too much pressure on me. Look, that's not your fault. What you really got to take responsibility for, if now you're not enjoying the process, you're not enjoying working with that person, that's on you if you continue to stay in that relationship. Or worse, you use them for another transaction later. So look, we all got to take some responsibility. If you're a realtor watching this, consult. Don't put pressure. If you're a buyer or a seller and you're not happy with your relationship, you can do something about it. You don't have to stay in that relationship. If you think this video can help somebody you know, please pass it along. If you want to speak with me about your real estate situation, selling, buying, it's really simple. Below this video in the description is a link to my calendar. Click on that, book a time that's convenient for you. Let's get into the numbers. Go Leafs, go. We made it past the first round. We're in the second round. Get excited about that. Let's get into the numbers here. So we have Mississauga up top here, prices are going up. Brampton, prices are going up. Durham region, prices are going up. Let's start off with Mississauga, detached properties only. 64 detached properties were sold for week ending April 26, 2023. 9 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price for the last few weeks continues to climb. Average sold price now is $1,606,000. If we kind of look back a little bit over the course of the year, we came down from the peak, aggressively came down from the peak, and we kind of settled a little bit over 1.5 and a half, then came down a little bit further down to about 1.4 and a half. We started the year off at 1.4, and now we're high 1.5s to 1.6 right now. So prices are definitely changing. We are 10% lower than where the average sold price was a year ago. We used to be high 20s and 30% lower. Now 8, 11, 10% lower than where we were a year ago. The median price is 6% lower than what it was a year ago. Median price is sitting at $1,480,000. And if we look at the dotted line, that's the 4-week moving average. Look, we've been kind of flat for a little while, the beginning of March, but since the end of March, average prices have been going up. 64 were sold, 42% of those sold at list price or more. 90 were listed, and months of inventory sitting at 0.9, the same that it was the previous week. But months of inventory has been declining, and as months of inventory comes down, months of inventory is the relationship between supply and demand. So as months of inventory come down, average prices tend to go up. Here's Brampton. 84 detached properties were sold. One of those was at $2 million or more. Average sold price has been climbing, now sitting at $1,280,000. For a while there, February to March, average price was kind of steady, hovering around the 1.2 mark. It was pretty steady, but now it looks like it's jumping up a little bit. Compared to last year, $1,280,000 is 11% lower than the average sold price from a year ago for the same period. We used to be in the high 20% lower, now 11%. Median price is also 11% lower than what it was a year ago. Median price is sitting at $1,215,000. And the dotted line, the 4-week moving average, you could see both median and average sold price is continuing to trend upwards. Of the 84 that sold, more than half, 58% are selling at list price or more. Only 131 were listed. And I put a question mark there because it just seems really low. It feels really low, wondering where are all these listings? And months of inventory sitting at 0.7. That's extremely low. It has been coming down since the beginning of the year. And like I said, as months of inventory come down, prices tend to go up. And here's Durham. Now for Durham, I'm using Pickering, Ajax, and Whitby as my Durham sample. 74 detached properties were sold. 2 of those were at $2 million or more. Average sold price sitting at $1,176,000. 1,176 is 9% lower than what it was a year ago. The median price is 6% lower than what it was a year ago. And average price was trending upwards quite a bit actually. Looks like it's a bit flat now both for median and average price, but let's see what happens over the next few weeks, because average price generally across the GTA is on an incline. It's trending upwards. 74 were sold, 74% sold at list price or more. It's extremely, the market in Durham region is extremely competitive, more so than just about any other region in the GTA. Of the 84 were listed, so I'm going to go back. 74 were sold, only 84 were listed. Some of those are cancel relist, so the amount of brand new listings is actually quite lower. Months of inventory is sitting at 0.4. That's an obscene low number for months of inventory. And this is why I'm saying, you know, prices kind of seem flat right now, but I look at this, I look at the new listings, I can easily see prices going up further from where they are now in the Durham region. Here's a Peel, this is condos for Peel region. 63 were sold. You can see sales steadily going up week after week. Average sold price is $648,000. 648 is 9% lower than where we were a year ago. Median price is 8% lower, and both median and average price have been trending upwards. Of the 63 that sold, almost a third sold at list price or more, 32%. 98 were listed, and months of inventory for Peel condos sitting at 1 month of inventory. We started the year off high twos. We're now down to 1 month of inventory. Months of inventory is coming down, prices trending upwards. Here's a quick summary. So the general rule is under 4 months of inventory is a seller's market. But we're way down here. We're like less than 1 month of inventory. It's an extreme seller's market right now. It's true that we're not getting the huge numbers over asking that we did when we were in the peak, but it is a different financial market right now. I mean, interest rates are so much higher than were before. So even though it's competitive, people are still kind of bound by their financing. They're bound by what are their monthly payments going to be. So we're not seeing the crazy numbers over asking, but a huge percentage of properties are selling over asking. There's lots of competition out there, and prices, generally speaking, almost everywhere, are trending upwards. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.